What's up guys, Ghost here. So today I have the first episode in a new series I've been meaning to make for a long time. A guide to some of my favourite flanks and vantage points that you can utilise to help your team win games. Now all the maps in Overwatch have flanking routes designed to help the attackers creep around the defenders and attack them from vulnerable angles. And if you're not taking advantage of those flanks, then your team will most likely not succeed. So today we're going to be taking a look at Hanamura. Now just to kick off this initial episode, I've included a few demonstrations to show you which heroes are actually able to flank by crossing the Hanamura gap here leading into point B. However, for the remainder of the video, I will be performing all the other flanks as Genji since he's one of the best characters for it. As such, bear in mind that not every hero shown here can perform every flank, depending on how height dependent they are or how big of a gap there is to cross. But generally speaking, heroes with some sort of movement ability can utilise said ability to cross gaps or other obstructions. Also, please bear in mind that whilst more advanced players may certainly learn a thing or two here, this is by no means a super high level guide. That's not to say that I won't include some of the more technical, lesser known flanks here, but I will be covering all the basics to aid any players who are new or intermediate. So with that said, let's get on with it. Alright guys, so here we are on Hanamura. This is going to be the first assault map that I'm going to show you guys, and we're going to be taking a look at control point A here. Now this is coming from the attacker's side, as most of the flanking on assault is going to be done on the attacking side. So the first flank, you can go in the left side of this gate here to get through the choke point or bypass the choke point. That's pretty easily done with Genji and of course a number of other characters. You can quickly get away from any defenders down here in the gate, just make your way around the back of this house. You've got a 250 med pack down there. If you go up here, you also have one inside this house, so you can easily fall back to those to heal yourselves up. I would recommend though, coming up this staircase here and not letting the defenders see you. Now you can attack from this area if you want and throw your shurikens in there, take out any healers down there, but it's often better to come around this way where there's a small med pack, jump down here and start harassing right from the rear, and that way you'll be able to kill anybody who's on the point, or at least attack anybody who's on the point, as well as throw any projectiles you may have at defenders in the choke over there. And if things get too dicey, you can always just leap back up here, or you know, if you're flanking as Tracer for example and you blink, you can blink down there, have a little go on the point and then recoil back up again. Alright, so coming back to the choke once again, this is really the main flanking path that you're going to use. The reason you want to use that is to get the defenders off of this choke point here. If they're all concentrating on the choke, there's people in this house here, there are people, maybe a Torbjorn set up there with his turret, and there are people here on the point, there is pretty much no way you're going to make it through here alive, at least without difficulty. So you really want to flank around the sides, get on the point, and force the defenders to fall back. Now whilst the left choke point, or the left flank rather, is the main one here, you can actually scale this wall up here, and there are a couple of characters that can do it. Genji is one of them. So if you here jump up on top of the vending machine, you scale the wall, jump at the top, and you kind of got to get around this side of the house here. And you will fall off the roof eventually there, but if you like, you can instantly just sprint up there or dash up there, and then you have a great vantage point from the other side. So if somebody has decided to go on this left flank and you take that right flanking path, then all of a sudden they're in a bit of a pincer, whoever is standing on the point there, and it's definitely going to cause these guys at the gate to fall back. You can of course just jump down here and get on the point. Alternatively, if you come up to this window, you can jump straight across here and get onto this balcony so that you are shaded from the guys on the point, and then you can start attacking the guys on the choke here. Now I should point out, it isn't of course all the characters that can complete this flank. Genji is one of them, Pharah is another, and Lucio can do it as well with a bit of wall running practice, although I'm not sure you'd want to go in and flank as Lucio alone. He's maybe not the best character for that, but certainly good if he's going to accompany a number of others. Alright, so coming round to the choke on B point here, these two windows are great for flanking this particular point. Of course, if you're playing Hanzo or Genji, you can just leap up into either of these windows. This one here is great for getting the flank on and joining anybody that's come this way. You can also make this as Tracer. You know, if you get up into this point via the stairs, you can simply blink across that area. Now, one point I don't see a lot of people use, a great vantage point, is up here. You can just simply jump up onto this balcony here. Because there is no staircase that leads up there, there generally won't be many defenders there. There may be a widow utilizing this area, but it's not particularly likely. They tend to favor this balcony over here. Of course, if there are a lot of people on that balcony, you don't want to stand around here, you're probably going to get picked off. But it's very nice if a lot of them are standing on the point, because they can't really see you, and especially if you've come from this flank. I'm not going to show you this flank because I showed you guys at the start of the video, and anyway, you guys all know about this flank. But if you come from there, and there's maybe too much heat on the point, if you're playing as Genji, you can just run up here. Well, you probably want to do it a bit better than I did that time. And then you're completely covered here from the point. You know, it's pretty hard for them to hit you from this angle. Alternatively, you can also come across in this beam and jump over onto the roof here. Even though this roof is slanted and it kind of looks like you fall off of it, you don't actually fall off. And this provides some great cover. You know, you can see if you stand here, nobody on the point can attack you. If there's enemies down there, you can hide from them this way. If they're down there, you can hide this way. You're completely covered from enemies down this way. And there is no real easy way for them to take you out. And of course, you're going to be harassing them the whole time. This is really going to help with taking out Torbjorn's turrets. Torbjorn loves to set up turrets on these points here, and that is going to be a huge help for those. Now, coming around to this right-hand window for a moment, of course, this window isn't that special because you can get up to that place via the staircase here, and every single hero can take this staircase, albeit it will take a little bit longer, and they can work their way around here. However, there is often a hero up on the balcony through this doorway here, and he's often checking this staircase as well for people coming up here. And obviously, if you're coming from this direction, he's got a pretty long line of sight to be able to take you out. So if there is a hero there, it's often better to just come and jump through this window and take the flank. And he's probably not going to be expecting you to just all of a sudden pop around that corner, or alternatively come and just jump straight up on the balcony. You know, if you're a hero defending on this balcony and you're keeping an eye on this angle here, it's kind of hard to know whether somebody's going to come from here, whether they're going to jump straight up on the balcony, or whether they're going to come right away from the back there. And of course, if you're playing, for example, Genji or Tracer, you can get all the way up onto the back of this thing here again, which is absolutely invaluable at certain times. So that's going to do it for Hanamura, guys. Please let me know what you thought down below in the comments section, and if you have any improvements I could make to the series. Initially, I planned on making one video to cover each game mode, so all of the assault maps and then all of the escort maps. However, in the interest of time, I thought it more prudent to dedicate an entire video to each and every map to keep them shorter in length. In any case, I hope you did enjoy, and hopefully you learned a thing or two. If you have any other flanks you'd like to add to this video, then as always, leave those down below. Click the like button if you enjoyed, since that tells me you like the video, and then I'll make more videos like this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.